All right, let's try to do this in one take. But let's talk about Gandhi, shall we? Gandhi once said, if it weren't for Christians, I'd be a Christian. What if the preacher you're listening to is worse than your sin? The easy response is, he's not perfect, I'm not perfect. You hear this from a believer. I'm still trying to separate myself from sin using God's holy meat cleaver. Well then, what's the incentive? What are you trying to sell? If you're not perfect, then what's the deal with heaven and hell? And if you say, well, come to church, you'll be better, and then turn around and say, but we're still broken, then again, what's the incentive? I'd much rather be broken and authentic about it, instead of perfect, but not really perfect, pretending. And I'm gonna drop a bombshell that makes a lot of people's ears bleed. If you read Jesus' words, he actually agreed. There are very, very few times when you see Jesus just ticked off. Prostitutes, the IRS, his heart was very soft. Whose tables did he turn over? Who did he insult with names of utter despise? Hypocrites, people who said one thing, but then went and did otherwise. He called them whitewashed tombs, those who are always hiding a card. The front of their house is immaculate, but they don't mow their backyard. But Jesus, he wasn't an uptight evangelical. He provided a solution, and it was pretty damn radical. He said, clean the inside of your cup, and then the outside will automatically get clean. Fix those grudges, resentment, and you'll naturally be kind instead of pretending not to be mean. Me? I grew up acting perfect on the outside, like a sweet, gentle lamb, refusing to check my heart and instead getting distracted by a Christian in a video who might have said damn. YouTube comment, he just said damn, I can't believe he said that. Now, if you hear me saying, well, are you giving Christians a license to just act how they'd like? You're saying don't have a filter and then just walk out, drop the mic? Of course not. They will know you by your love for one another. But it's got to be real, not contrived, this sacrifice for your brother. And you may think impossible. We all have a hidden agenda, something to hide. And I would have agreed with you until I got my life on the right side. What was holding me back? Secrets. Secrets put ammo in the enemy's gun, like your porn addiction that started out as a bit of fun. Ooh, now you're hitting a little too close to home. How dare you judge me on what I do when I'm alone? Didn't Jesus say, don't judge? Oh, which is actually funny when you read that verse. Jesus is not saying don't have standards. He's saying don't condemn when you're just as worse. That's all he's saying. He's not saying don't judge those under the steeple. He's saying stop being a hypocrite when you go and correct people. Remove that 2x4 from your own face. Then you can help your brother with his speck with patience and grace. And that is what the church is all about. Beggars telling other beggars where to find food. It's a hospital, not a museum or Spirit 105.3 pretending to be in a positive mood. Oh, and that scares a lot of people, which is why these churches are so hard to find. Not impossible, they're out there. They're truly compassionate, honest, and kind. But if you're at one of these faker churches, don't pack up, don't leave quite yet, because it's your job to lead by example, both to the old-timers and to those you just met. Here's the formula for transformation. You can read it in Hebrews where it's sealed. Find a small group, confess your sins to one another so that you might be healed. Confess my sins to one another. Ooh, this is awkward, terrifying. You might even lose a friend who doesn't understand grace. But when you do it, how much more joy will you have when you see Jesus face to face? Now, you know, it's no longer a secret. We've just cut through the riddles. Being honest is how you find healing. And that is why I love organized hospitals. Boom! One take! Ha 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 ha!